You are about to experience the Jersey Jaguar YouTube channel, the greatest YouTube channel in all of history when it comes to your Jacksonville Jaguars. In order to become a subscriber to this channel, if you haven't done so already, you only need to fit 3 criteria. First, you must love the Jacksonville Jaguars. Second, you must hate, better yet even despise, the Tennessee Titans. And third, and most importantly, you must know in your heart with everything you have that Shad Khan is a complete and total buffoon. If you fit those 3 criteria, hit that subscribe button, join me on this YouTube journey, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Sit back, relax, and listen to the best Jaguar insight on the YouTube platform. Well, Jags fans, it's that time again. It's time for me to make yet another YouTube video completely off the top of my head and unscripted because I'm bored and there's nothing else to talk about. So let's get into it. Today, we are going to talk about over-unders, stat lines for some key members of this Jacksonville Jaguars team. Let's start at the top. Trevor Lawrence. So just looking at his numbers from last year, it's amazing that my guy still threw for 3,600 yards despite throwing to who he was throwing to. Now, for Trevor's stat line, at least when it comes to the yards for the 2022 season, I am going to set the over-under at 3,900. And the reason that, some of you might be saying, well, why wouldn't you just put it at 4,000 or do over 4,000? Well, I don't know how much more I want to put over from what he did last year yards-wise, because in Doug Peterson's offense, the ball's going to be spread around a lot. Like, it would not shock me, like, if we don't have, it obviously wouldn't shock me if we don't have a 1,000-yard receiver, or if just we have a lot of guys who are in like the 800 range, because we're going to spread the ball around a lot, okay? That's just what Doug Peterson likes to do. So you know what? Actually, I changed my mind. I'll put it at 4,000, okay? I'll humor you. 4,000 yards for Trevor Lawrence. That's the over-under that I'm putting, and let me know in the comments what you think, because I'm still on the fence whether or not I would take the over-under. I'm just setting over-unders. I'm letting you guys do all the work down in the comment section. Touchdowns, I will put it at, I'm feeling 28. The little voice in my head is telling me that 28 is that number. And then for interceptions, I'm going to go with 12. So if Trevor Lawrence throws for just over 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, that would be a massive improvement from his rookie year, obviously. Let me know in the comments what you guys think his stat line will be. How would you guys feel about that? Let me know down below. Moving on to the running back position, I predict that the Jaguars will be top 10 in running offense. Now, obviously, a lot of this depends on the health of Travis Etienne and the health of James Robinson coming off of his Achilles injury. Excuse me. If both guys are fully healthy, if both guys are ready to rock and roll come September, okay, and with a little bit of addition that Snoop Connor's probably going to bring to the table, the Jaguars, I believe, could definitely be in the top 10 in the NFL. Maybe towards a little bit of the bottom, maybe between that 7 to 10 range. But I definitely think this offense has the potential to be a top 10 running game in the National Football League. I'm going to put... So, see, here's the thing. I still believe that James Robinson, if fully healthy, will be the bell cow of this offense. I still fully believe that. I think Travis Etienne will be more of a gadget player. I'll do a lot of the reverses and stuff, a lot of what we saw with Jamal Agnew. And then, he'll come in and relieve James Robinson maybe like every third series or so. But I see James Robinson. I'll put his over-under. I'll put it at 950. 950 yards, just under 1,000, okay, because he is coming off that injury, and I don't know for sure if he'll be there week 1 against Washington, but I'm going to put that mark right there. That's assuming he's fully healthy, and because a lot of his carries, while I still believe he'll be the bell cow, might be diminished a little bit because Travis Etienne is going to be a big part of this offense. I fully believe that. I will put Travis Etienne's numbers. I'll put him. I'll put him at 700. I'll put him at 700 rushing, but I think receiving, I don't think we'll see James Robinson catching out of the backfield as much as we've kind of been seeing, because I think roles like that will be specific towards Travis Etienne. So I think Travis Etienne altogether will definitely have more than 1,000 all-purpose yards, but just rushing, I'll put it between that 600-700 yard range, with James Robinson still getting the majority of the carries on running plays. And I'll put Snoop Connor at 200. There you go, 150, 200. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Moving on over to the receivers. This one's kind of tough. Christian Kirk, I know a lot of us, and we definitely should feel this way, a lot of us want to see Christian Kirk at least be a 1,000-yard receiver. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to put it at that. I want to put Christian Kirk. I'm going to put Christian Kirk at 1,050 yards as the over-under for the season. I think Trevor's going to throw to him a crap ton this season. I think he's going to be a go-to guy. Him along with Evan Ingram and Travis Etienne. I think those will be the 3 big go-to guys in our offense this year. So I'm going to put him at 1,050 yards. Touchdowns, I'll put it at 6. I'll put it at 6 for the over-under. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I'm not going to do all the receivers, obviously, because that would take me all day. But Christian Kirk is the one that, of all the receivers, really needs to produce. Marvin Jones is his last year with the Jaguars. Laviska Shenault, however, really does need to step up. He needs to turn things around. We need to see more of what we saw his rookie year, this coming year. And then Zay Jones is just a solid guy. I don't expect huge things from Zay Jones. I just think he's a solid, like, number 3 receiver. So that's pretty much what I expect from him. Moving on to the tight end position, I'm going to say that between Evan Ingram and Dan Arnold combined, I'll do a group thing here. I say they both break 1,000 yards combined. I'll put that over under for both of them together. And then touchdowns for both of them, I'll put it at 9. I'll put the over-under at 9. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns from both Dan Arnold and Evan Ingram together. I would take that. I don't know about how you guys feel, but I would take that for sure. Both those guys, obviously Evan Ingram is on a 1-year prove-it deal. Dan Arnold is in a contract year, and I think if we get that kind of production out of both of them, they're both getting inked to a much longer-term deal. And the Jaguars have the best tight end room that they've had in a long time, since Mercedes Lewis was in his prime. Offensive line, I'm not really... I mean, what is there to say? How many times is Jawan Taylor going to jump off sides or hold someone? I mean, you know, whatever. I don't really know what to say about that. I'll tell you what, this is what I will say about the offensive line. I say that Brandon Sheriff makes a Pro Bowl, and the Jaguars have a Pro Bowl guard for the first time since... I couldn't even tell you. If you know the answer, let me know down in the comments. If you don't know the answer, Google it, and then tell me down in the comments. Jumping over to the defense side, let's start at the top and work our way down. Safeties, Andre Cisco, super excited about him, as a lot of you are. I want to predict my man has 4 picks this upcoming season. I'm going to put the over-under at 4. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think Cisco is really, really going to become a fan favorite this year. I am super excited about that guy. Should have started all year last year, but the past is the past. Moving forward, I think he'll be a Jaguar player for a long time. And yeah, that's what I think. Moving up a little bit further in the secondary, I'm gonna pick Tyson Campbell. Let's talk about Tyson Campbell a little bit. I am going to predict, this is really going to blow your mind. I'm going to predict that Tyson Campbell makes a Pro Bowl alternative for the Jaguars. Yes, I just said that. I know your mind is blown. You can't believe I just said that. Tyson Campbell is going to make such a second-year leap that even though he plays for the lowly Jacksonville Jaguars, my man's going to get Pro Bowl votes. Bank on it. That's how high of expectation I have for Tyson Campbell. I'm talking 6 interceptions. I'm talking multiple pass breakups, at least in the double digits. Okay? He's going to be a shutdown corner. We're not even going to remember Jalen Ramsey. We're not even going to remember A.J. Boye and all those guys, okay? Because Tyson Campbell's here. Tyson Campbell's the future. That's my prediction for him. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Moving up to the linebacker, I am going to predict, I put the stat line for, I'll go with Devin Lloyd. I'm going to predict his over-under tackles at least 80. At least 80. I'll put that for the over-under. I'm going to say 2 interceptions. And I'm going to do 3 sacks. Okay? I believe in this guy. Big time. That's my over-under for him. Let me know down in the comments what you think. I'm just going to do 2 more players. I'm going to do the first overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, Trayvon Walker. And boy, I hope I'm right on these picks because God knows we need it. Trayvon Walker, I'm going to put his over-under at 4. Hopefully it's more, but I'll put his over-under at 4. I will put his tackles, I'll put his over-under tackles at 45, between 45 and 50, okay? But I expect his Pro Football Focus run grade to be through the roof because that is the one thing that I know he's good at. He may not be a polished pass rusher right now, but I know that he can stop the run. So I expect him to be that dominant force, stopping the run. First overall pick on this dude, show it to me. That's my predictive stat line for him. And you know what? I'll say he gets a pick. I'll say he gets an interception too. Just why not? He gets an interception. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Josh Allen, I had a brain fart. I forgot what I was talking about for a second. Josh Allen, okay, he's the last player we're going to talk about here. Now, Josh Allen needs to have a big year. There's no question about it. Josh Allen needs to step it up. We need to see what we saw out of his rookie year. We need to see that again this year. I'm going to predict that this new-look Jaguars defense is going to provide such a breath of fresh air for Josh Allen. I'm going to put Josh Allen's over-under sack total. I'm going to put it at, I'm going to put it at 9.5. That's the number that's in my head, 9.5. Hopefully leaning more over than under. And I think his pressures are going to go up. I think his tackles are going to go up. Everything's going to go up from this new look defense. This front seven is going to terrorize quarterbacks this year. I can't wait to see it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I just thought I'd come on here and talk something Jaguars, because God knows in mid-June it's hard to come up with stuff. Also, I just want to plug this real quick for those of you who maybe don't know. If you enjoy my content here on YouTube, and if you have not downloaded the Relevant app, I would suggest you do that and join the Jaguars Fanatics group. I do a show there every week, Thursday nights at 7 o'clock, with Stone Cold Steve Boston of the Men in Teal podcast. Him and I do we've been doing hour shows over there every Thursday night at 7. So if you enjoy my channel, I would suggest very much to check that out. Join that group, check us out, because we, apart from our show, there's a ton of stuff on there as well. UCF Jaguar does a show on there. Jordan DeLugo does shows on there. There's all kind of Jaguars content on there. So if you're a Jaguar fanatic like I am, which if you've watched this far in the video, I don't know how you wouldn't be a Jaguar fanatic, go check out the Relevant app, go download it, join the Jaguars fanatic group, and love the Jaguars like the rest of us. Hate the Titans. Have a good day. Well, look at you. You made it through the entire video. I appreciate that. Since you've made it this far, you might as well go ahead and share this video with every Jaguar fan that you know. It really helps the channel grow, and hey, us Jaguar fans got to stick together. Duval!